Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? That's pretty good. My name is Sophie. I'm the supervisor here at the Houston Zoo. For those of you joining us here at the zoo, I'm hiding over in this corner. Hello. And we actually have a really exciting keeper talk for you today. We also have our wonderful folks from our marketing department here, and they are filming me. Y'all, we're on Facebook Live. There's some excitement. That's good. We're not only reaching and hanging out with our wonderful guests here at the zoo, but also all of our zoo fans, who knows, maybe all over the world. So today I am going to be joined by one magnificent sea lion and two magnificent sea lion trainers. We currently have Maggie, who is our newest addition to the Sea Lion Keeper team, and Camilla. Now, Camilla is our 17-year-old female California sea lion, and throughout this demonstration, we're going to be seeing lots of different things with our trainers, including the oh-so-exciting buoy jump. Everybody give Maggie a big round of applause. Now, very soon, Camilla will swim. She will swim over to the opposite side of the pool on this beach. And when we do our keeper live, that's probably what I'll just keep talking about and calling it. Our Facebook Live viewers will see Amanda and Camilla. Now, Amanda's been here at the zoo for about 6.5 years. It'll be 7 in October. And she's just going to be doing some really wonderful, engaging training with Camilla. Because there's a few different reasons that we train our sea lions. The number one is paying attention to their welfare. So there's lots of different things that go into this. And some of it is really just learning, mental stimulation, engagement, relationship building, and even exercise. So this behavior is called a bow. She's going to do this really high perimeter jump all the way around the pool. And for our, well, all the way around the pool, hopefully Amanda did end that one sooner. She's supposed to respond to that. So for our Facebook Live viewers, she's going to cruise under this point, and I'm going to take Jackie. We're going to back up because she's going to come right here and hopefully go right by us. There she goes. Now, sea lions have those really big, strong, powerful front flippers. They can actually swim at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. That's 5 times faster than Michael Phelps. Fun little trick I learned back in my time in California. And they can jump up to 10 feet off the surface of the water, which is how you can see Camilla propel herself that way. Now, the sea lions we have here at the Houston Zoo have a variety of interesting background stories, but they're all California sea lions. So their local range, where they live out in the wild, is all along the west coast of the United States, all the way from Baja, Mexico, all the way up to Washington State, where it's much colder. So they're pretty impressive, very hardy and sturdy animals. But there are multiple species of sea lions. These California sea lions are close relatives to the Galapagos sea lion, which they are going to act as ambassadors for, to represent the global conservation efforts and taking care of our marine life, not only that we do now here at the Houston Zoo, but for our Galapagos exhibit next year and what we can do to highlight this. Now, part of this wildlife saving action that we can take, we do take here at the Houston Zoo, and that all of you are participating in when you come and visit the zoo, is really, really simple. Raise your hands if you know what plastic is. I'm going to believe that everybody has their hands up. They're just so engaged in the sea lion training session. They're just enamored and distracted. Now, plastics are an amazing material, but we do want to reduce the amount of plastics in the wild, in their wild habitat. So Camilla here is going to demonstrate one of the easiest ways to do this, which is to recycle. So she has her wonderful 7-Up bottle, and she's going to put it in the recycling bin. Now, one important factor with this is that we don't want her to fill up the bin too much, because then a big gust of wind here in Houston comes by and it may blow the whole overflowing bin of recycling onto the street. So we want to make sure we're really taking responsibility to reduce and recycle our plastic use. Now, one of the reasons that I want to highlight this in our Facebook Live today and for you all here at the zoo is because this month, in fact, July every year, is Plastic Free July. Now, I don't know about you, but that does sound pretty daunting. In today's world, especially with how busy we all can get, it feels impossible to go plastic free, and that is okay. It is more of a representative title for embracing and trying to take one extra step to reducing our plastics during this month to help save our marine, wildlife, and wild habitats. Now, there's a few things that you can do that are really easy. One is that recycling that Camilla was showing you. Second is it's July here in Houston. We have to stay hydrated. So get yourself a nice, sturdy, reusable water bottle. I recommend one of the insulated ones so it stays nice and cool. And then you can refill that up with nice, clean water, and you are reducing the number of plastic water bottles, of those single-use plastic water bottles that can end up in our oceans. The next one is just a little easy thing I like to call the 10-piece rule. Makes it really easy. You don't have to have a huge beach cleanup. You don't have to put on a big, giant spectacle. Just how about when you go on a walk with your dog or your family, when you go to the park, or when you go to the beach, just pick up 10 pieces of trash and put them in a waste bin. They could be big, they could be little, they could be 10 gum wrappers. Does not matter. Now, I understand that this is a little tricky right now. I feel like even more than ever, I've been a little skeptical about picking up trash. So please, if you want to participate in the 10-piece rule, also maybe have some gloves, hand sanitizer, make sure you're being really, really safe. So I can see Mary Lou from our marketing team writing down a question coming in from Facebook Live. So I'm going to just stay on the mic. I'm going to share all of this with you. Okay, so Jennifer, thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. She wants to know, how do they protect themselves from predators? Excellent question. Now, like I said, sea lions have those really big front flippers, and that allows them to swim really, really fast. Now, sea lion predators, their main predators are going to be sharks and killer whales, and they can swim pretty fast. Killer whales, I think, are about 27 miles per hour, so it's a little faster than sea lions. But the kicker is sea lions have the ability to turn, change directions faster than almost any marine mammal. I'm a little biased. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I feel pretty confident in that statement. So they can turn and flip at the drop of a hat. Flip of a dime. I feel like there's another saying there that I'm messing up. So that's one of the best ways that they're going to defend themselves from predators. They're great divers. They can hold their breath for up to 20 minutes and dive to depths of 1,800 feet below the surface of the water. Now, that is not common. That's a really strenuous situation for a really big male that's, getting up to probably 800 pounds. Camille here is only about 200. So, but all of those things in combination make these guys some pretty amazing high-speed predators and very well adapted to their environment. Do we have any other Facebook Live questions as of yet? Ooh, no other Facebook Live questions. Do I have any audience questions here at the Houston Zoo? Anything that anyone here wants to know? Nothing? I can just keep talking about sea lions. I love sea lions. So like I was saying, Camilla has been here at the zoo for most of her life. She is 17 years old. For those of us just joining us or passing by, welcome to the Sea Lion Department. We are having a fun little keeper talk highlighting Plastic Free July, what we can do to help save our wild animals, and also just being grateful for everybody that came here at Houston Zoo today just by getting a ticket, being a member, joining us today. You are helping to save wildlife. And for all of those joining us on Facebook for our Facebook Live, whether it is during a shutdown in a global pandemic or on a random Tuesday in July, we really can't tell you how grateful we are for your support, your dedication, and everything that you bring to our job as animal keepers here at the Houston Zoo. I do see the mark. Maybe there's another Facebook Live question. Woohoo, I have one. Carly, excellent, asks, she wants to know, how does Camilla listen to her trainer so well? Again, Carly, there's a couple different factors. First of all, sea lions generally have excellent hearing. So you can see her little external ear flaps. That's another sea lion characteristic. And while they look very, very small, they do actually have excellent hearing. She also has excellent eyesight. So if we give any visual cues, she can see that really well. But kind of most importantly, and this one's a little bit more personalized to Camilla, she is an extremely intelligent animal. She is probably one of the smartest sea lions I've ever met. She's very focused. She loves to train, and she is, we've also spent her entire life building up this repertoire of behaviors, building a trusting, cooperative relationship. So we have a lot to build on that allows her to learn this whole slew of behaviors. Okay, Alicia, I hope I pronounced that right, asks, do they travel in packs? That's a good question. So many dynamic questions. So we do see sea lions in groups, and a group of sea lions is called a colony, especially when you see them on land. In water, if you see a big group of them, a lot of times you'll see a lot of sea lions, and they'll all be floating with flippers up in the air, thermoregulating, getting that sun in those flippers. That's called a raft of sea lions. Now, most of the times, the normal social groups of sea lions are going to be, you're going to have a dominant male and then a whole harem of his females, whole bunch of ladies. Now, you're also going to may see bachelor groups. Typically in California, the males stay more up north and the females are down south where it's warm and they can hang out in the sun. San Diego, their little ones. But they do travel in groups and they all sleep in a big huddle, piling together to stay warm. Susan asks, why is their fur black? So that's just Camilla. We actually see a wide range of colors with sea lions, even with just California sea lions. Her half-sister is much lighter. Jonah's also kind of a blackish color, but he's more blackish gray and a little bit more mottled, whereas Camilla's got that dark, dark chocolate brown. TJ's very similar to Camilla. Max is a little lighter like his mother, Callie. And then when they dry out, they sleep on land and they get all dry and fuzzy and real cute, a little bit stinky, but very cute. And then they get really light. So Callie, who's a pretty light colored sea lion anyway, will actually be very blonde. So our training session is wrapped up. I'm probably not going to get off mic yet. I'm going to keep going because we're having a great time. So stick around if you like. But I do want to just say, for those of you that are heading out to see all the other keeper talks and explore the zoo, thank you so much for joining us on this very special keeper talk. I also apologize to Facebook Live. I just touched my microphone, so if you got temporarily a loud noise, that was me. Okay, so now we have some fun enrichment we're going to toss out because Camilla did a really great job. We have gelatin. This is sugar-free, unflavored, just food coloring gelatin, all very safe. Also just some extra hydration because they actually get all the water they need, all their hydration from the fish they eat. But Camilla loves her gelatin. So we're just going to toss that out. And she's just going to, I'm just going to go all of it at once. Don't gelatin hit anybody. Whoa. And then we've got some fun ice treats. Now, these ones might get a little bit of a squeeby response. This butterfly one's kind of a brown color. It's a fish juice. It's the leftovers from the bucket, so we pour a nice little pretty little butterfly mold and we freeze and give it to her. And then the rest is just a fun little ice pop. There's some fish frozen in there, so she got some fun ice treats. And oh, she eats it right up. That's like sea lion fish popsicle heaven. Okay, another question. Veronica would like to know, what are their whiskers for? Excellent question, Veronica. Sea lions have those really long, very sensitive whiskers that we call vibrissae, and they use those whiskers as one of their amazing adaptations to catch fish in the wild and sense their environment around them when it's very, very dark. So when they start diving that deep, the light in the water column in the ocean goes away pretty quickly. So using those whiskers they can sense what's around them and continue to hunt the fish even if there's very, very little or no light. One of my favorite little things to do is, at least for those of us here, maybe I'll stick my hands out. If you take your fingertips, kind of rub them together a little bit like this, that's maybe what sea lion vibration, that's how sensitive they are. It won't feel the same, of course. I don't think, who knows? But it's that level of sensitivity. Kelsey would like to know, how high can they jump? No problem. Sea lions can jump usually on average is about 10 feet off the surface of the water. So actually this buoy here that we have at the Houston Zoo, it's about 10 feet, but this height is like a breeze for Camilla. She actually knocks it upwards a little bit, so she is probably our highest jumper. She's our most athletic and definitely our hardest working sea lion. So she's pretty hardcore. She's pretty amazing. Okay, well, folks, I think we've had a really wonderful little keeper talk. We just started doing our keeper talks here at the Houston Zoo again. We just started this last Saturday. So all over the zoo, there are scheduled keeper talks every day. You can find that schedule updated daily online. We would love to see you come and join us here at Sea Lions. We're pretty easy, nice and regular, 11 a.m. every day. And we like to keep it really variable for our sea lions. So that's also lovely for everyone joining us because you might not even see the same thing twice. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us here at the Houston Zoo. Just by being a member, getting your tickets here today, you are helping to save animals in the wild. And those of us joining on Facebook Live, I bet many of you would also love to be here in person, so we can't wait to see you soon. Thank you so much for your support and for joining us, and I hope everybody has an excellent day.